How you guys doing? Welcome to the 414 Morning Podcast. I am Armando.
I'm Daryl.
So we're gonna jump straight into it. So this is something that I should have done because we already had our 100 episode already. Should have had like a 100 episode.
Still no cake if you notice.
We should have had 100 episodes. That makes sense. Just mixed in with a whole bunch of our like segments, just mixed into one, just to celebrate our 100th birthday.
Right.
I mean, 100 episode.
Nah.
Sorry. It would have went well with a cake.
Right.
I mean, while you was baking cakes over the weekend, you could have easily slipped in another one.
Right. Still was better. I saw that mixing bowl.
But also one thing that happened over the weekend was 4th of July.
Yeah.
4th of July. So I could share one of my memories that I had recent, 4th of July. Then we'll just share one of our other best memories. So over the weekend.
If heaven offer rides, Lord, order me a lift. I'm just trying to be in your presence since you blessed me with this gift. All of my friends dead and gone. No time to right their wrongs. Heaven must have.
We went down to the lake and we barbecued, but I got tricked.
Oh, Lord.
I was told that all I have to do is help put the stuff in the truck, and that all I have to do is just chill, watch the kids, and just get ready for my food.
Okay.
Didn't happen that way.
You was manning the grill, wasn't you?
Oh yes. So as soon as I came home, had to season the meat, pause, right? And I'm thinking like, okay, my job is done.
Right.
But of course, since I'm seasoning the meat, of course it's extra stuff getting added. Oh, how about those ribs right there? How about that steak? How about that chicken? You wouldn't, none of this was about to be cooked. Until I started doing what I do. Oh, you know what? Dad, can you make your barbecue sauce too? Because we don't like the one from the store. So can you make the one that you make? So I get down there. Can you set up the grill? Try to set up the grill. Like, I don't know. I like the fire. And
You know they got those like charcoals that do it by themselves now, right?
Right. How do you keep the fire going? And then it went to that to, do this meat look done? You know what? Matter of fact, I gotta run to the store right quick. By the time they came back from the store, the food was done. But other than that,
You got.
I got. Yes, I should have known it already. But other than that, I had fun. Chasing the kids in the park. When we do embarrassing dad segment, I can definitely say that I did some embarrassing stuff because I did some TikTok dances with my daughter, and that the grown man shouldn't do.
Oh, Lord.
But then, other than that, it was fun being with the family, and then we saw the drone show.
Okay.
Surprisingly, I didn't even know what was going on. I just looked. At first, I thought it was Jesus coming because I just looked to the left. It was just lights. And I was just like, "No, Lord, not right now. Let me finish these ribs." Let me finish these ribs, please. But then it was the drone show. It was pretty cool. So that's what I did for the 4th for my family.
Okay. I did nothing, and I'm thankful for that. I got a chance to actually enjoy my 3-day weekend. Food was brought to me, so it was nice not having to be in control and responsible of the grill and the food.
Lucky.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
No, I took a stand on it. Like I had told you off camera, I did not even put my grill together. We recently moved. I had got a new grill. I knew this day was coming. Left that thing in the box.
Man, this is about to be, I'm jealous. This is about to be co-host walk off the shoulder.
I knew it was coming. I was like, nah, I'm good. Nope. Not doing it for it.
Alright, so we got a special guest. We got coming in here.
I don't know about special, bro.
Yes,
special to the audience, at least.
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Make some room for him.
Let me get some love to my homeboy.
What's up? What's going on, mate?
How you doing?
All right. Saturday, man. What's good?
It was good.
Y'all got me front center.
No.
All eyes on you. I guess you say you like Tupac, don't you? Right.
Yeah, Pi, Pi, one of the greatest.
So this is Gerald. So Gerald, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I'm Gerald. Been working with my guys here for about a year now.
Yeah.
I'm an IT professional. Been doing this for a long time. These guys are young enough to be my sons, so I'm gonna date myself right here. But I come in with them. I seen the podcast. I love it. Love everything. All the content, what they're doing. They're positive. You know what I'm saying? For most part, and they tell you, they tell you the truth. They tell you the truth. You know what I mean? So some people, they take it, they appreciate it. Some people, you know how people are. But hey, they can switch to another channel. But I think these guys are great, funny as hell. I can't wait to see what happens to this podcast right here.
Don't be nervous.
Right. Hey, but I'm loving that energy from that Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing.
Yeah.
Man, I'm loving it.
Oh yeah. Tell you, I'm for the smoke.
Right.
Yeah.
Like people,
I'm for the smoke.
Right.
You mentioned those two. Like you got comments coming just out the wazoo. It's crazy.
But
Yeah.
my thing is, and that's the reason why some of them I stopped commenting, because I'm like, just keep it basketball. When you stand you all and start trying to make it black and white, because I never made it black and white. Matter of fact, I didn't even mention names. I just said she should have never been snubbed from the All-Star game.
Right.
And then automatically just went to Caitlin Clark versus Angela Reese. But I'm like, there's people in front of her that's not even putting up the numbers. Like even last night, she put up 16 points, 17 rebounds with 6 assists. Nobody talk about it, but let her have a game where she got like 2 points and 2 rebounds, and it's all over the internet.
Right.
And the crazy part is, like, I think she's the first player in WNBA history to have recorded back-to-back games like that. So like 15, 15, and 5.
Yeah, see,
Right.
So yeah. So, but I'm for the smoke.
Right.
If y'all can tell, I'm for the smoke. So, Joe, is there any socials people can find you at?
Social media, well, you know what? They can find me on YouTube under Let the Truth Be Told. Just a YouTube channel. Y'all can look it up and see some of the content that I got. But it's more so. It's a lot of it is more so Christian based.
Okay.
As far as like a lot of things that we're going through today, that we see today, a lot of us, we live life. We try to live life, man. Without all the worries, but at the same time, we see what life has given us. You know what I mean? When we don't worry about things, you see what these people are doing. So we have these, politicians. We have people just running our world that we have to live in, and that our kids got to live in. So I kind of most of my content is pretty much pointing towards that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Just for so we'll have that foundation. If you lose direction, you can come back. If you go to my channel, you'll be led to a direction or have a foundation as far as where we stand.
Okay, so before we get into the good stuff, so we talking Christian base. I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So you think if Abraham wasn't willing to sacrifice his son, that moment when God asked him to, do you think that God would have brought Jesus down to sacrifice his life so we could once again have everlasting life again?
Well, you know what? If you think about it, there's been times in the Bible, like there's different stories in the Bible where God would want somebody to do something. So it's probably like Jonah. He wanted Jonah to go preach the word, to one of the kings, and he didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? So he ended up getting swallowed up in the whale, and spit out on the beach. So, when it comes to stories like that, and I understand your question, it's like what would have happened? You know what I mean? But because we're not God, we don't know really. You know what I mean? And I don't care who it is, they can't say, because the Lord says in His Word, He said, "My ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts." So for us to even try to even think like Him is just it's just a waste of time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we can make an assumptions. I can make a wild guess or whatever, something like that. But because I'm not God, I can't tell you. Because one thing about it, nobody can outthink Him. Nobody can outdo Him. You know what I mean? And so that's what Satan tried to do.
Yeah.
I mean, he's tried to do, but he wasn't successful with it.
I always was wondering, like, what God thinking, like, if mankind wouldn't sacrifice his son for me, why should I do it for him? And I was always wondering, like, when God asked him to sacrifice his son, and then Abraham was finally just like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And then he stopped him and was like, okay, now since I see that you are my faithful servant, that now when it comes time for my son to arrive, I'm more willing to let this plan go through now. That's what I always was wondering.
You know,
was that a setup really to test mankind?
Yeah. Think about it though. You know, the Lord says, He said, from the very beginning He knew you. Before we knew who we were, He knew us. You know what I mean? If you're a creator, you created something. You know, like a robot, right? You created a robot. You know everything that robot can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You programmed it. Yeah. You know, but the thing that God did for us is that He gave us free will. He gave us free will. That's once to make us not robots. He wanted people to worship Him from their hearts. You know what I mean? Not just because, or I have to, or He's making me do it. You know what I mean? It's all a free will, man. So, you know, you give honor to God because you feel like you should. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I mean, it's more so, it boils down to what do you see in your life, you know what I'm saying? Because these two eyes, you know, wherever before that's your consciousness, right? Yeah. So if you see it, you know what I mean? You know, that's how you end up believing. And then some people, everybody learns differently. You know what I mean? Like they said, people learn by, you know, visual, you know, audible, you know what I mean? Different ways learn hands-on. And I think it's kind of the same way when it comes to God, bro. You know what I mean? And Christ, you know what I mean? I think it's a mixture of all of those that people bring people to Him, you know, and your life experiences. Sometimes people got to go through something hard, man. Sometimes people, you know, can have a vision. You know, God show them something strong in the vision, like, oh my God, woke them up, you know?
Yeah. See, but and to me, people for not wanting to hang around Jesus is crazy. Jesus had to be the ultimate best friend. Like you hungry, he give you food from out of nowhere. Right. When the party look like it's dead, you know what? Let's keep it going. Let's get that wine going. Right. Be the best friend.
You know, and that's the thing, though. You know, just always remember this, though. Okay, God, you created something, right? You had your first child. You know what I mean? You love that child, man. It's your first child. You're going to do whatever you can, you know what I'm saying, to protect that child. You're going to do whatever you can. You're not going to let nobody just come and do anything to your child. You know what I mean? In your creation, that's the same way God feels about us. You know what I mean? So when the devil say, hey, nah, I'm gonna take them out. You ain't gonna let them worship me? You know what I mean? I'm gonna do everything I can to destroy them. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what Jesus ended up coming into play. You know what I mean? Jesus, He was in heaven, you know what I'm saying, with the Father, man. And, you know, that's a little big, long story. But, you know, the bottom line is we have to look at the evidence that's being presented in front of us everywhere we go. Okay, I'm going to leave it with this one. Why, if Jesus never done anything to hurt anybody, only thing He ever did was heal people, feed the sick, poor, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and just try to teach the word of God, right? Why is it that He's the most hated in the whole world? You know what I'm saying? I mean, out of every religious figure in history, He's the most hated. You know, it make you think. Like, even if a person not even Christian at all, just think about that. Like, okay, just put the top 10, and who's the most hated out those top 10 religious figures? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is it? And I'm not saying one or the other. I'm saying this is your own path, your own walk. You know what I mean? I'm not forcing nobody. As a matter of fact, it's not forcing people to accept Christ or accept Buddha or accept, you know, Muhammad or anything. It just said, you look at your path, you look at your life, and you know, the bottom line is, we shouldn't be against each other. Yeah. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be against each other at all. It doesn't matter what color we are, bro. Right. It doesn't matter what color we are. Can we help what skin we came into when we came up in this life? You know what I'm saying? Was there, you know what I'm saying? Was there like a iPad or something like that saying, okay, your destination is white scan, okay, black scan. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, bro. We can't help.
That just seemed like it's human nature where people hate what they can't control.
Yeah.
So if they can't control you, they automatically hate you. If they don't understand you,
hit the nail.
They can't understand
on the head.
They
bro.
automatically hate you. If they saving lives and can't get a part,
no pun intended with that when I say nails on the head either, bro.
Yeah, but if they can't, if you saving lives and doing things that's good for people and they can't get a piece of that pie, they automatically hate you.
Yeah,
right.
Well, yeah. They if you notice, just think about it. They have to put themselves between God and you. They got to be the mediator.
Yeah.
And no matter, I don't care what religion it is, they always got to be that mediator. You know what I'm saying? They got to direct. Well, no, you got to go through me first before you can go to him. You know, type of thing. Where Christ is telling you that you got to go through me first, right? Yeah. He's telling you because he came down to sacrifice. He was perfect. The perfect human being down here. You know what I'm saying? But people don't realize that he is part of the Trinity, bro. He is part of the Godhead. You know what I'm saying? And he was sent down here. He was the only one that was able to do it.
Yeah.
So look forward to an episode where we gonna talk about the most hated religion leaders.
Yeah.
Right? So look forward to that. So now we're gonna get into the good stuff.
Let's go.
Right? Yeah, right. So some of the layers, some of the other layers, right into the podcast. Like that is good stuff. That's great stuff, actually. So to talk about God is great. We can go into the good stuff. Like there's different levels to this. Like Jordan and LeBron. But
there you go.
Jordan is great. LeBron is good.
Okay. That's fair.
Ooh, this career is lit right there, bro.
Hey, I'm for the smoke. And comment.
What a fire extinguisher, bro.
All right. So we were just talking about our 4th of July moment. So can you recall one of your best 4th of July moments?
Bro, if I can show it to you right now, where is it?
That's why that right arm don't work that way.
Right, bro. And I was young, bro. I was like 10 years old. Young. Got a hold of some matches.
Oh Lord.
Got a hold of some fireworks from my uncle. And I'm talking about them spinners. Remember those spinners? They just you light on, they go on the ground. Bro, I was so smart. I wanted to put the spinner in my shoelaces.
Where were you trying to go? You trying to be a tornado?
I was stupid.
You talking about, I see why you
get to
Jesus early.
Bro, check it out. I put the spinner. So on the spinner, bro, on the little spinners, right? They got the little hole right there where the fire come out. So I made sure that was pointed up, not down to my foot, right? So maybe I was trying to be like, Flash or somebody, right?
Yeah.
So I lit the damn thing, man, not realizing that the hole that the fire come out turned down. Bro, I lit that damn thing, bro. You should have seen me, man. I was dancing, bro, like James Brown, Michael Jackson, everything at the same time, bro. My shoes was smoking, bro. Hey, I was screaming.
I remember when the people was trying to get to Jesus. Remember they was building the tower and stuff? Like that what you was trying to replicate?
I'm almost there, bro.
I ain't got the people, but I got the fireworks.
Hey, I didn't fly, but my boys got there, bro. God heard me, bro. I'm telling you, he said down half of the neighborhood. What's that wrong with you, boy? Stupid ass fool. Bro, I'll tell you, I took my shoe off, man. Hold straight to my top of my shoe, straight to my sock. My foot had a burn hole on it, third-degree burner. I said, I still got it today, bro.
Man, you got the Converse?
So stupid as hell.
You probably had them old Converse.
Bro, back then, we call them piss wipers, bro.
And no cushion.
No cushion. That was messed up.
A funny moment for me, and I could make this quick, was we was popping fireworks at the park, my fiance and my kids and all. And I just seen this girl, and in the truck with her. It was her grandma. I thought it was her mom. And then we had a lot of them. So me being me, you know, I'm always trying to look out for people. So I go, and because the little girl just watching us do it, I'm like, it ain't no fun if she just watches. So I gave her a couple. And maybe I should have asked the grandma, but it wasn't like the ones that make a lot of noise. It was like the fun ones, like the sparklers.
Oh, okay.
So the grandma come up to me like, do I look like I need your help? Do I look like I need fireworks? I'm like, yes, ma'am. Like, you sit in this truck with a blanket, and y'all both just looking at people pop fireworks. I mean, if they ain't the telltale of homelessness, I don't know what to tell you. I didn't know if I should give you fireworks or a cheeseburger. Got these cheeseburgers. So ask me, do I look like I need help? Yeah. If you know the people I work with, yeah, you need help. I want to be like, is that a stupid question? Is that a stupid question?
No what?
Like, I'm like, looking at her like, do you want me to answer this question truthfully? Like, that's just like when your girl, do I look fat in these jeans, baby, or not? Like, you want the real answer? Oh, you want to feel good about yourself? Like,
oh my God!
You had embarrassing moments.
So you said they was sitting in the truck with a blanket, bro?
Yeah, a blanket. Like, she sit there with a
July,
blanket.
bro.
Fourth of July, no food, no nothing. You don't know nobody at this park.
It wasn't even cold.
It's just y'all. That's what I'm saying. It felt good.
Yo, with a blanket on 4th of July.
Summertime.
Oh my God!
At night.
Oh my God!
They tent came down. That's what.
Something happened? Do I look like it? Yes, ma'am. Baby missing barrettes in her hair and everything. You look like you need help.
Oh my God!
I almost want to pass around on my cars, man. I work for this organization.
Oh my God, bro. Funny though. I knew it, bro.
So, an embarrassing moment for me. It wasn't necessarily something I was embarrassed of. I am now because I'm an adult. But we were fans of that show, Jackass, and
Oh yeah.
So this I don't do this no more. My younger days. So there was a family of little people that lived like down the street from us.
Wait.
So they
This already.
Oh, bro said it was a family of little. All right, bro, let you go. Let's go.
So it was a family of little people that lived down the street from us. Their youngest son, his name, I still don't know his real name, but we call him Booby.
Little booby.
No, just Booby. Like, the little was implied. So because of how small he was our age, but because of how small he was, we just like doing stuff. Like, so we would just like, throw him in dumpsters and just things like that. So for the 4th of July, we had just saw an episode of Jackass.
I already know this.
So we had got some Roman candles, So we got some Roman candles. We had told Booby to come over. So he didn't know that we had also filled a garbage can up with water. So
That was plotting on Booby. That was plotting on Booby, bro.
So forgive me, and this is
trying to cut his life short.
cut it in half. So we dump Booby into like the dumpster. We lock it.
Oh my God.
We proceed to shoot the Roman candles at it. The Roman candles, I don't know if it was like just like something like tied to the wheel on the dumpster, but the dumpster caught fire.
Oh no.
We had zip tied the dumpster lock. So
oh my God.
he's inside of the dumpster. He lived.
Wait a minute.
He lived, by the way.
I think you're incriminating yourself right now, bro.
This is not a confession. He lived.
Whoa.
Cut the
Yeah, if y'all don't see Daryl no more.
cut, bro.
He lived.
Okay.
We got him out. His mom, of course, was also a little person. She got upset about it. We then put her in the dumpster.
Okay, moving on. God, that's your barbecuing little people. Just boiling them. Just boiling them alive.
Bro, say you put
Put the mom in there.
Put mama in there too.
We were out there.
Mom, I don't like this bath. It's too hot. That is crazy. You were not a little.
How old was y'all, bro? How old was y'all?
Like 9, 10. But you could do a lot because she was like smaller than us. So it's just she's in there like, how dare you do this? We just like, well, we had just put her in there. Like,
oh my God, bro! What a tissue, bro!
Do y'all remember the Dudley Boys? We 3D'd her into the dumpster.
That's messed up. That is so messed up.
Oh my God, man!
We were bad kids.
Oh my God, bro!
We about to lose subscribers.
I feel like CPS should have been called. The police should have been called. It was not
Bro,
good.
said mom got mad. They dumped her too.
See, don't let the glasses fool you. And y'all thought I was the problem. That's crazy.
Oh,
all right, so
I didn't expect that.
that's
bro.
crazy. Oh man. So moving on from that little short tale.
Oh my God!
All right, so we're gonna go into like coworkers. Like some coworkers I know you work with, you just can't stand. Maybe not at this job, but a job before. You know what I feel like? Jobs should be like hockey. If you don't like a coworker,
Oh my God!
I feel like you should have the opportunity to have 2 or 3 minutes with them and just fight, right? And the penalty should be like $6, right?
Why $6?
He said,
I don't know.
That's what you gonna get with $6?
I don't know. That's just the penalty here, boss. You go to 6. I just need 2 minutes. I just need 2 minutes. That's it. Can you imagine that? Oh, you don't want to go get that paper and just
gonna scrap up.
Hey, right now in the circle.
Oh my God, bro!
You imagine, right? You imagine how many people won't get fired if you just
Oh,
get
my God.
2 minutes.
Right.
Right, I just
Let's go at it. Let's
Right,
go at
just
it.
knock on their door. Like, I just need a little bit of your time. Real quick.
Another meeting? No, me and you right now.
Put the call on hold.
Yeah,
It's ain't gonna take long.
I can fight people for no reason. Girl make me mad. You know what? I gotta take it out on somebody. Me and you.
Let's go.
You right
Let's
now.
go.
You know that parking spot was mine,
I
right?
the guy in the parking lot, right?
Every time I come home from payday, my girl be like, "Damn, you got -$6? How your checks always negative like that?" You know I be fighting. I got this attitude I'm trying to work on.
That was a rough 2 weeks.
I be on left or right.
Oh my God, bro!
Alright, so-
Y'all boys crazy, bro.
So what-
I ain't got no more water in my eyes, bro. Stop.
So, have you ever seen somebody at work? Like, you know what? I hate the coworker that's always showing baby pictures. That's always showing baby. Hey, look at my son. Look at my son. Look at my. His forehead is big as yours. I don't even see how you got a full portrait in the picture. How you get the forehead? Just all head. That's all I see. You gotta zoom out. Just all head.
Right.
And then you gotta lie. You ever had to lie to somebody about their kids? Oh, you look so cute. No, nigga look bad. Bad and weird. You should get a check.
I just be like, oh yeah, that's
What's
cool.
DNA
That's
check?
nice. Like,
He said,
like, I keep it vague. Like, man, you see my baby? That is a baby.
I be ready. When they be like, oh, you see my baby? I be waiting to say, phone home, ET.
I said,
Baby ugly. That's what it is.
But that's because the baby's still fresh. You gotta like show the baby at like 3 months.
3 months old.
Nobody want no like no fresh wet baby. Like,
Yeah,
you gotta have.
Why do
You
you
said fresh one.
Why do they show you these underdeveloped babies?
Right.
Like, why? This
Yeah.
baby is ugly.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I think they're looking through like a woman's eyes. Like a woman's eyes, they baby. I don't care what it looks like, bro.
Nah, forget
It's
that.
like
When
a
they-
salamander coming
when
out
they
of there, bro.
say-
This baby looks
When they
cute.
say there's no such thing as an ugly baby, they lie. They lie. I have seen some ugly babies. I imagine how that baby look if they cry. It probably look worse.
Yeah, Yeah.
Sad baby
If that was-
looking like afterbirth.
I see some babies where I'd be like, if that was me, if I was a parent, and the doctor comes, do you want to hold it? I'm like, no, that ain't mine. Yeah, that ain't mine. Don't take it. Y'all made a mistake.
Oh, wait a minute. What a DNA test say?
Y'all made a mistake. And I didn't go pick a baby for myself. This ain't it right here. No, my genes do not make this type. No, no, I was just on that baby right at that. I'm not signing nothing. My name was not going to no birth certificate. Do not sign that bill.
This is your baby. Please sign it.
I'd be sitting here like, hell no.
If heaven offer rides, Lord, order me a lift. I'm just trying to be in your presence since you blessed me with this gift. All of my friends dead and gone. No time to right their wrongs.